to audit strategy, audit planning, and audit program. SA 300 Planning and Audit of Financial Statements. It deals with the auditor's responsibility to plan an audit of financial statements. Auditor's responsibility to planning and audit of financials. It states that auditor should plan his work to enable him conduct an effective audit in efficient and timely manner. To plan his work, conduct an effective audit, efficient and timely manners. Plans should be based on knowledge of client's business. Plans should be further developed and revised whenever it is necessary during the course of audit. Benefits of planning. Appropriate attention to important areas. Identify, resolve potential problems. Effective and efficient audit. Selection of team members. Direction and supervision of team and review of work. Coordination with other auditors and experts. Matter that planning includes analytical procedures to be applied as risk assessment procedures. We will obtain general understanding of legal and regulatory framework applicable to the entity and how the entity is complying that legal and regulatory framework. We will determine materiality. We will involve experts, performance of other risk assessment procedures. We have to consider the performance of other risk assessment procedures while planning. Elements of planning. There are two elements: preliminary engagement activities and planning activities. Preliminary engagement activity includes performing procedures regarding continuance of client relationship, evaluating compliance and ethical requirements, establishing an understanding of terms of engagement. So in performing procedures regarding continuance of client relationship, firm should obtain information necessary in the circumstance before accepting an engagement with a new client. When deciding whether to continue existing engagement and when considering acceptance of new engagement with a client. So they have to consider information which is necessary before accepting new engagement or before continuing the new engagement with old client. Okay. Evaluating compliance with ethical requirement. For forming Evaluating compliance with ethical requirement. For forming a conclusion on compliance with independence requirements that apply to audit engagement, the partner shall obtain relevant information from the firm to identify and evaluate circumstances and relationships that create threat to independence. Evaluate information on identified breaches of firms' independence, policies, and procedures to determine whether they create a threat to independence. Take appropriate action to eliminate such threats or reduce them to an acceptably low level. By applying safeguards. Establishing an understanding of terms of engagement. It is in the interest of both entity and auditor, that the auditor sends an engagement letter before commencement of audit. It helps us to avoid misunderstanding with respect to audit. Planning, and so that was preliminary engagement activity. Now we will go with planning activities. Planning an audit involves establishing overall audit strategy and developing audit plan. Establish overall audit strategy. So establish strategy and develop plan. Factors to be considered by auditor while establishing the strategy. While establishing the strategy, overall audit strategy sets the scope. Overall audit strategy sets the scope, timing, and direction of audit and guides the development of audit plan, more detailed plan. So factors to be considered by establishing audit strategy: identify the scope of engagement, ascertain reporting objectives, ascertain nature, timing, and extent of resources required, consideration of significant factors, directing in engagement team's efforts, consider results of preliminary engagement activities. Development of audit plan include nature, timing, and extent of planned risk. Planned risk assessment procedure. So development of audit plan include nature, time and extent of planned risk assessment procedure, nature, time and extent of planned further audit procedures at assertion level, other planned audit procedures that are required to be carried out at that the engagement complies with SA. So development of planning includes nature, time and extent of risk assessment procedure, nature, time and extent of further audit procedure, other planned audit procedures that are required to be carried so that the engagement complies with standards on audit essays. Audit strategy. It sets broad overall approach to audit. It determines scope, timing, and direction of audit. Audit plan, it addresses various matters identified in overall strategy. Addresses the matters identified in strategy, describe how audit strategy, how it is going to be implemented. And it is more detailed that it includes nature, time and extent of audit procedures to be performed by engagement team members. Changes to planning decisions during the course of audit. As a result of unexpected events, changes in conditions, or the audit evidence obtained from the results of audit procedures, evidence obtained from procedures, auditor may need to modify overall strategy and plan, thereby resulting planned nature, time and an extent of further procedures based on revised consideration of assessed risk. So when we will modify it, it will resulting into nature, time and extent of further audit procedures based on revised consideration of assessed risk. Nature, time and extent of planning, supervision and review of work engagement team members work of engagement team members depend on. So nature, time and extent of planning, supervision and review of work depends on size and complexity of the entity, area of audit, assessed risk of material misstatement, capabilities and competence of individual team members performing the audit work. Auditor shall document overall audit strategy, audit plan, any significant changes made during the engagement to the strategy or plan, and reasons for such change. Auditor shall document strategy, plan, and any changes to that, and reasons for such change. Audit program. An audit program consists of series of verification procedures to be applied to financial statements and accounts of a given entity. Applied to financial statements and accounts of given entity for the purpose of obtaining evidence to enable auditor to express opinion. So program consists of series of verification procedures which are applied to statements and accounts for obtaining evidence to express an opinion. For obtaining sufficient evidence to express an informed opinion. Constructing an audit program. How do we construct audit program? Stay within the scope and limitation of the assignment. Prepare written program. Determine evidence reasonably available and identify best. Determine evidence and identify the best one. Apply only those steps which are useful in accomplishing the verification purpose. Include the audit objectives for each area. Consider all possibilities of error. Coordinate the procedures to be applied to related items. So when constructing audit programs, stay within the scope and limitation, prepare a written program, determine evidence and choose the best one. Apply only those steps which are useful in accomplishing verification purpose. Include audit objectives. Consider all possibilities of error. Coordinate the procedures to be applied to related items. Types of fields auditor picks up एविडेंस फ्रॉम. फील्ड्स जहां से ऑडिटर एविडेंस लेता है. डॉक्यूमेंट्री एग्जामिनेशन, फिजिकल एग्जामिनेशन, statement and explanation of management officials, employees, statement and explanation of third parties, arithmetical calculations by auditor, state of internal controls and checks, interrelationship, various accounting data, subsidiary and memorandum records, minutes, subsequent action by client and by others. So, types of fields from where auditor picks the evidence. Types of field from where auditor picks up the evidence. First he obtain evidence from document examination. He obtain evidence from physical examination. He takes evidence from statements and explanation of management, officials, employees, third parties. He takes evidence from his own arithmetical calculations. He takes evidence from state of internal control and checks. He takes evidence from internal relationship of various accounting data, subsidiary and memorandum records, minutes, subsequent action by the client and by others. Audit program. Advantages. Assist in carrying out audit with total and clear set of instruction of the work generally to be done, essential for major audits to provide total perspective of work to be performed. Accounting, accountability of assistants for the work done by them individually, facilitate as a guide for audits to be carried in succeeding year, serves as evidence in the sorry evidence in the event of any charge of negligence. It becomes the evidence being brought against the auditor. Disadvantages: work may become mechanical. Programs often tend to become rigid and inflexible. Business may change its operation of conduct. Business may change currently operation of conduct, but old program is still carried on. Insufficient assistance may take shelter behind the program. A hard and fast audit program may kill the initiatives of efficient and enterprising assistance. So chapter number 2 is done here.